yeah, so my family is being extremely loud, and because of that, I decided to go ahead and just record it this way. So I leaned in right away in the shave, so you don't have to worry that I'm going to say anything of importance during the shave, because I'm not. I'm just lathering up, sniffing the brush. So the scent on it, look at the gobs of soap, by the way. Scent on it, it's teakwood something. It's got orchid in it. It's probably the last one I would have picked if I had ordered the sample, basically. I don't think they were offering all their scents at Farmhouse North at the time. But as you can see, it's going on the face. I thought that maybe I had started a touch too wet because it was very bubbly to begin with. So I played around a little bit. Obviously, I supercut the footage when I made my intro, so you guys didn't see the whole lathering process, because I don't really think anyone's that interested in it. But if you are, let me know. And so anyways, lather's going on here, and looks like we're ready to pick up the razor, so let's see what happens right now. Alright, so what are we using? We're using the Henson plus aluminum, so they're aggressive efficient shaver. We're getting right into it. So normally I'm not a big fan of light razors, and I've been putting off trying a Henson for various reasons. One being a light razor, and two, when I got back into wet shaving, I'm not gonna lie, Henson, not gonna lie, I was getting spammed with your ads on YouTube, on Facebook, and I was annoyed. So I kind of just developed a negative image of Henson. And so when, everyone seems to like them, but then they're always available as well. And they only were offering mild and medium aggression. And once I figured out that I liked more aggressive razors, I was definitely like, yeah, I don't see this working out. So they brought out the plus. John was part of the group that was pushing for that. And he got one, and Scott got one, and Zach got one. Using Scott's, obviously, so we know Scott got one. I don't remember if Fias did or not. And they wanted me to join. I was like, eh. And so, of course, I could be blissfully ignorant of this razor. But nope, Scotty had to go ahead and include it with the other razors. And at the time of me recording this, I have used that razor at least 3 times. I used it with a heavier handle. I used it with different blades. And I have to say, one, the handle's preference, I thought I prefer the heavier handle. I'm actually good with it, with the stock handle. I think it's a really nice handle. It's not as slippery as I thought it was going to be. I was really concerned, especially with the amount of growth that I had, at least 2 or 3 days growth, going into it, that I was going to overshave by pulling too hard on it, trying to make up for that lack of weight. But it was a really nice, smooth shave here, and it has been every time I've used it. So Henson, what the hell? You offer a plus and a plus, and the only way you're offering a plus consistently is in titanium. I don't want to buy that razor. I would buy this razor. I would buy this razor right now if it was available. And especially now, I think John's even said now that you've got your update to the channels and everything and the blade gaps and all that. Now is the time, Henson. Let's go. We want the aggressive plus. It's not aggressive though, really. You can feel the blade a little bit, but like I tried silver blue here, obviously. I used a Persona. I used a Persona Lab Blue, Persona Viking sword. I'm about to run a feather in the thing, and you know I hate feathers. I don't have any nacets on hand, but really you just get the efficiency of the blade and that's it. No feel. Alright, so on the website for Farmhouse North, and they debuted their soap on the 7th of July. The soap sells for $15. It's a 4.5 ounce puck in a 6 ounce container, so that's a really good value. You can't deny that. That's like sterling level of value. And so bamboo teakwood, light, fresh, clean with mild floral sweet undertones. Oh, bamboo, sea salt florals, orchid moss, teakwood. It's not bad. I wouldn't have picked this one. Ice and wood sounds good. I'm just letting you look at these real quick. Palo Santo probably the one that I would have gone with. But yeah, so anyways, good prices, lots of scent options, especially from the Drump, so that's good. And yeah, so really can't find a lot of fault there with their presentation, everything, and their prices. So I used this exact same setup with a different brush the next day, and I went very slow and started with a very dry brush. And so the bubbling happened again. It just seems to be something in this base that it's wet. It's very wet, and I know it's wet shaving, but the structure that you get that you're looking for when you go to use it, at least in my experience, tends to be very superficial. So it's not on par with, like, here's a good look. So that's the next day. See how wet and kind of it's a little patchy. That's the best I could do with it. It gets airy very easily. So I don't know. I'm no slouch, but So here we are. And this is the pass I was really scared about. This is the against and with the grain. So I'm going to split this up into 2 different passes, but on my neck, I only go against the grain and with the grain. So we're going against, and I was concerned that this would be where the problems would occur because of how light the razor is, and I would try to overdo it. And spoilers, I didn't cut myself once during this shave. It's actually a very smooth razor, north and south, east and west. Maybe it was west and east. We'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, I'm impressed. I'm a fan. Plus, please. Henson, let's go. I will buy one. I want one. Let's go. So, yeah, we're going with the grain here, obviously. Good slickness in the soap, like I said. So, it really reminded me more of a shaving cream in terms of the consistency that I was able to achieve. And like I said, I'm sure that if I wanted to spend more time on it, I could dial it in, but I didn't want to go a third time on it. I sent the rest to SAC, and yeah, so we'll talk more about that at the end. So now we're back up to the face, so we're going to go with a little bit across the grain action here, no problems. Obviously, you get more blade feel when you're doing, in my experience at least, across or against the grain. But nice smooth shaver. Be such a beautiful travel razor, especially for international, because of how light it is. It would add, like, I know razors aren't that that heavy, but if you think about, like, I mean, I should really do a comparison weight between this and like another razor, like a stainless steel. But if you think about how light that aluminum is, especially compared to a stainless steel razor or a brass razor or something like that, like, it's money, guys. So that was going across, and now we're moving on to going against the grain. Still no issues. Really impressed with this razor, with the materials, with the build quality. The weirdest thing I found is that, and I don't know how the update to the design would have changed this, but a lot of those modern lather channels can get really nasty. Like, this thing would absolutely, I mean, I scrubbed it, but this thing would absolutely require ultrasonic to clean inside those channels. So if they're even bigger, that means more stuff can get stuck in there. So it's just something to think about if you're someone that is very fastidious and wants their razor to be super clean at all times, that this is going to require a little more labor than some other modern razors would. But yeah, and now we're doing the Fool's Pass, and no problems, guys. Absolutely no problems with the Fool's Pass. I was really impressed, look at me. I'm impressed right there. All right, and so since it, was a full shave, I decided to do an actual post. So where'd I go? Where you at? Oh, there I am. What am I getting? Yep, Witch Hazel. So of course there's Witch Hazel toner. It's my go-to right now. Love me some Witch Hazel. This allows me to use, a lot of times I don't even use the matching splash unless it's like a night shave, because I want to put on a frag, and I don't want to be like figuring out what's going to go with what, especially this time of year. Most of my stuff is fall oriented, so in a few months I'll be using more splashes again, I think, and everything. But get that there's on there. Feel that smoothness. Did a really good job. Not quite BBS, but I'm rarely ever BBS. It's somewhere between DFS and BBS. Obviously the You know, if I'd gone, you know, one side would be maybe a little bit different. I think yeah, you're such a prima donna. I think the against the grain side was much smoother. So let's get back to the farmhouse. So there's lots left over. Final thoughts on farmhouse. I think it's a good soap. Does it get 2 thumbs up? I can't quite give it the 2 thumbs up, but I can say that you can use it. And if you want to take the time to figure out how to dial it in, you can most definitely do it. Yeah, for sure. All right, what's next here? Yeah, tons left over, I know. That is a lot. All right, so as far as the Henson goes, so surprised at how much I like this razor. And just fantastic. Like, plus, can't say good enough good things about it. Yep, agreeing with myself. Yeah, no, I'm looking at you. All right, anyways. Why don't you go ahead and grab that blue tip and we can run it. So the only other razor, okay, that's enough. Just get the razor. Just get the razor. Oh, you suck. So the only razor I have to compare it with directly, I feel like, is the Gillette blue tip, and obviously it whips the pants off the blue tip. Now the blue tip's actually even heavier, of course. There's aluminum in there. I don't think it's full aluminum like this build is, but there you go. All right, so let's keep this post shave going here. So I'm actually going to be using a Nivea product, the Nivea Cooling. Pick this up randomly. I'll grab stuff if I go to grocery store and I haven't used it. You know, that's how I ended up with the Shea Moisture shaving cream. Now, my biggest knock on this actually is application. It's a glass bottle with no nozzle or anything on it, and I don't mind it being glass, but anyways, what do you think you are, Parasso? Like, let's go here. You can do better than that, Nivea. So scent wise, you know what it smells like? It smells like Nivea. That's what it smells like. Like, it'll go away after a little bit. It feels good. It's a good post-shave balm, I feel like. It's that cooling, so it feels good this time of year. And yeah, so pretty happy with that all in all. And let's see, where are we going to go next here? We're smiling, we're smirking. What are you going to do next? Oh, okay, you want attention. And as always, we're going to call that a shave. Thank you for joining us here at the GroomsMen channel. Don't forget, we have our 450 subscriber giveaway coming up at some point here. We're getting closer and closer to 400. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I don't think anyone else is going to be yet. Do you know what it's going to be yet? What do you think it's going to be? I want to hear about it. Again, thanks for sharing or bearing with me here today, and we'll catch you next time.